Hello friends, in the previous lecture we have seen what is meant by injective, that is one function, surjective, that is onto function, and if the function is both one and onto, then it will be known as bijection or bijective function. Today we will see some examples on one, onto and bijective functions. So consider the example. Let M to R denote the set of all 2 by 2 matrices with real entries. Define a function f from M to R as f of A is equal to determinant A for all A belonging to M to R. Is the function f 1. So you want to check whether this function is 1 function. We know that a function is 1 if distinct elements has distinct images. So it is given that f of A is equal to determinant A. Start with 2 elements in M to R. Let A and B belongs to M to R. And let us start with f of A is equal to f of B. Check whether A is equal to B. So f A means determinant of A and f B means determinant of B. So determinant A is equal to determinant B. We want to check whether A is equal to B. But we know that if determinants are equal, the matrices may not be equal. So this does not imply that A is equal to B. Therefore, if A is equal to FB does not imply that A is equal to B, and therefore F is not 1. For example, let A matrix is and B matrix is 8 0 0 1. Observe that determinant of A, it is 8, and determinant of B, it is also 8. So determinant A is equal to determinant B. Both are same, but matrices A and B are not equal matrices, and therefore the function f is not 1 function. Consider second example. Let f is function from real numbers to real numbers given by fx is equal to e raised to x. Is f 1 is it onto? So the function is given to be fx is equal to e raised to x, and you want to check whether it is 1 and onto. To check it is 1, we will start with 2 elements in domain. So start with 2 elements. Let x and y belongs to domain R. And let us start with fx is equal to fy. So let us assume that fx is equal to fy. This implies that e raised to x is equal to e raised to y. And if e raised to x is equal to e raised to y, this implies that x is equal to y. And therefore, fx is equal to fy implies that x is equal to y. Therefore, f is 1. Now check whether f is onto. We will claim that the element 0 in codomain has no pre-image, or in other words you can say that you know that fx is equal to e raised to x, the range of the function. So range of f, if you find the range of f, it is nothing but, and it is not equal to codomain. What is codomain here? That is real numbers. Because range is not equal to codomain implies that the function is not onto. For function to be onto, range must be equal to codomain. We know that, for example, if you take 0 element in codomain, there is no element such that we get 0 answer of e raised to x, that is e raised to x is equal to 0 is not possible. So for 0 belonging to codomain, there is no element, that is there is no pre-image such that e raised to x is equal to 0. So obviously this function is not onto, because for onto range must be equal to codomain. Now here range is only 0 infinity. So observe that if you take f is a function from r to r plus, that is positive reals, then it will become 1 1 also, onto also, and then it become bijective function also. So f from r to r plus means positive real, given by fx is equal to e raised to x, then it is both 1 1 and onto. And hence it is bijection. So if you only change the codomain, instead of r, if you change it to r plus positive reals, then obviously range will be equal to codomain and the function becomes onto, and 1 1 and onto gives us the function will be bijection. Consider next example. Let f from r to r given by fx is equal to sin x is f11 is f onto. So to check whether it is 1 1, we will start with two elements in domain. So let x and y belongs to domain R, and let us assume that fx is equal to fy, that is sin x is equal to sin y. If sin x is equal to sin y, does this imply x is equal to y? No, because we know that sin 0 is also 0 and sin pi is also 0, but 0 and pi are not equal. So this does not imply x is equal to y. That is, starting with fx is equal to fy, we don't get x is equal to y, and therefore f is not 1 1. For example, sin 0 is also 0 and sin pi is also 0, but 0 is not equal to pi. So though sin 0 and sin pi has same value, but 0 and pi are not equal, therefore this function is not 1 1 function. What about onto? The function is also not onto, because we know that the sine function always takes only values between -1 to +1, and therefore if you take any element other than closed interval -1 1, take two element, then 2 in codomain has no pre-image because there is no element x in real number such that sin x is equal to 2. There is no number, and so that the function is not onto. Since range of f that is range of sine function, we know that it is closed interval -1 1 and it is not equal to codomain. What is codomain of the function here? It is nothing but R. Therefore, range is not equal to codomain implies that f is not onto. Or you can say that in other words, sin x is equal to 2 has no solution, that is 2 belonging to R in codomain has no pre-image. So this implies that f is not onto, and therefore this function is neither 1 1 nor onto. Consider the next example. Let f is a function from closed interval 0 1 to closed interval ab where a is less than b, defined by f of x is equal to bx plus a into bracket 1 minus x for every x belonging to interval 0 1. Show that f is bisection. So we want to show that f is bisection, that is we want to show that it is 1 1 also and onto also. 1 1 means starting with fx is equal to fy, we must get x is equal to y. So start with two elements in domain. So to prove that it is 1 1, start with two elements x and y belonging to domain 0 1 and let us assume fx is equal to fy. We want to check whether x is equal to y. Now fx means bx plus a into bracket 1 minus x and fy means by plus a into bracket 1 minus y. Simplifying we get bx plus a minus ax is equal to by plus a minus ay. This is nothing but b minus a into y plus a, and this is b minus a into x plus a. A gets cancelled on both sides. We get b minus a into x is equal to b minus a into y. And because a is less than b, that is b minus a is not equal to 0, you are able to divide by b minus a or cancel b minus a, because we know that a is less than b implies that b minus a is not equal to 0, and therefore divide by b minus a, we get x is equal to y. So starting with fx is equal to fy, this implies that x is equal to y and therefore the function is 1 1. Now we want to check that it is onto. So the second part, we want to show that it is onto. So start with an element in codomain. Codomain is interval AB, and let us assume that y is equal to fx, but fx is nothing but bx plus a into bracket 1 minus x, that is bx plus a minus ax, that is y minus a is equal to this. So solving for x, we get x is equal to y minus a upon b minus a. We want to check whether this x lies in domain, that is 0, 1. So check whether this lies in 0, 1. Now observe that y belongs to closed interval AB, means that A is less than or is equal to y is less than or equal to B. Subtract A from everywhere. So A minus A less than or is equal to y minus A less than or is equal to B minus A. That is 0 less than or is equal to y minus A less than or is equal to B minus A. Divide by B minus A, we get 0 less than or equal to y minus A upon B minus A is less than or is equal to 1. Means that y minus A upon B minus A belongs to closed interval 0, 1. That is, this value belongs to closed interval 0, 1. This implies that x, which is equal to y minus A upon B minus A, belongs to closed interval 0, 1. Therefore, for every y in codomain, that is AB, there exists x is equal to y minus A upon B minus A in domain 0, 1, such that y is equal to f of x. This implies that the function is also onto. Therefore, f is 1, 1 also and onto also implies that f is bisection. So observe that in this case f is 1, 1 also and onto also, so it becomes a bisection. Consider next example. Let E denote the set of all n belonging to n, that is natural numbers, such that n is equal to 2k, where k belongs to n, that is set of natural number. That is set of all even natural numbers. And suppose O denotes set of all n belonging to n, that is set of natural number, such that n is equal to 2k minus 1, where k belongs to n. That is set of all odd natural numbers. We want to find whether there is bisection between E and n, that is set of natural number, between O and n, that is odd naturals and natural number, and between E, that is even, and O, that is odd. We want to check whether there is a bisection between these. So we claim that there is a bisection. See, E is nothing but set of all even natural numbers. That is, even natural number means 2, 4, 6, etc. We want bisection between E and N, whether it exists or not. Between E and N. Observe that if you consider N and if you consider E, N consists of elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. And E has elements 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 and so on. So, if you map this element, obviously there is a bisection. It is 1, 1 onto map. For each element, we are getting the different image. So, this is 1, 1 onto map. So, claim that f from n to e given by f of x is equal to 2x. See that this will be bisection from n to e. fx is equal to 2x is a bisection from. How to prove that it is bisection? We want to show that it is 1 1 also and onto also. So firstly prove that 1 1. Let's start with two element x and y in natural numbers n, and let us assume that fx is equal to fy. This implies that 2x is equal to 2y. This implies that x is equal to y dividing by 2. Therefore, fx is equal to fy implies that x is equal to y. So obviously f is 1 1. Now we want to prove that f is onto. How to prove that f is onto? Start with an element in E. So start with an element y belonging to E, that is y is even natural number. So start with y belonging to E and let us assume y is equal to fx. Solve it for x. Y is equal to fx means y is equal to 2x. So this implies x is equal to y by 2, and this should belongs to natural number. Obviously y is even natural. So even natural by 2 is again a natural number. So for every y belonging to E, there exists x is equal to y by 2 in domain n such that y is equal to fx. This implies that the function is onto function, and therefore f is onto function. This implies that f is onto. Therefore, f is 1 1 also and onto also implies that f is bisection. Now consider the second part. We want to check whether there is bisection between natural and odd naturals, that is n and o. If you see n consists of the elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. If you consider odd naturals, they are nothing but 1, 3, 5, 7, etc. So map this according to, obviously this map is 1 1 map. So how we define the map? Define a map f from natural to O by f of x is equal to 2x minus 1. If x is equal to 1, it becomes 1. When x is equal to 2, it map will be 3, etc. 3 will be mapped with 5 and so on. So this map bisection. It is bisection between n and o. Now you are able to prove on similar lines as above. Instead of 2x, only we have considered 2x minus 1. So on similar lines, you are able to show that this is a bisection from n to o. Consider now between E and O. See E consists of the elements 2, 4, 6, 8 and so on. O consists of the elements 1, 3, 5, 7 and so on. So we define a map F by from E to O given by f of 2x is equal to 2x minus 1. When you put x is equal to, where 2x comes from? E. That is, if 2x is equal to 2, x is equal to 1. So we get 2 minus 1. It will be mapped with 1. 4. When f of 2x, now 2x is equal to 4. That is, x is equal to 2. If you put x is equal to 2, 2 into 2 minus 1, that is 3. So 2x minus 1, it is always mapped with 2x minus 1. And therefore, this map is bisection between E and O. So there exists a bisection between natural and even natural, natural and odd natural, and also bisection map between even and odd naturals. let f from x to y and g from y to z be two functions, then the composition of f and g denoted by g composite f is a function from x to z and defined as g composite f of x is equal to g of fx for every x belonging to x. So observe that if f is from x to y and g is from y to z are two functions, we are able to find their composite map denoted by g composite f, and it will be mapped from x to z, and it is defined as g composite f of x is equal to g of fx for every x in x. If you see here, we are taking both codomain of f and domain of g to be same, and we have defined. It is not necessary that they should be same, but if you want to define g composite f, then this range of f must be contained in the domain of g, then only it is possible to define g composite. So note that g composite f exists if and only if the range of f is subset of domain of g. So it is not necessary that they should be equal, but the condition is that range of f must be subset of domain of g, then only we are able to find g composite f of x. Take one example to get the idea clear. Let f and g both are the functions from real number to real number given by fx is equal to x square and gx is equal to 3x plus 2. Find f composite g, g composite f. Are they equal? Because both functions are from R to R, we are able to find both f composite g also and g composite f also. So see firstly, what is f composite g? So start with f composite g of x. By definition, it is nothing but f of g of x. F of gx. But what is gx? Put the value of gx. Gx is nothing but 3x plus 2. So we put the value of gx as 3x plus 2. Now replace this x by 3x plus 2 in the definition of f. See, f of x is x square. So only replace x by 3x plus 2 in this definition. So it becomes 3x plus 2 bracket square. See that because f of x is equal to x square, what is f of 3x plus 2? Everywhere you have to replace x by 3x plus 2. So this x will be replaced by 3x plus 2 and it becomes 3x plus 2 bracket square. So f composite g of x comes to be 3x plus 2 bracket square. Now find g composite f of x. By definition, it is nothing but g of fx. Put the value of fx. What is fx? Fx is nothing but x square. So it is g of x square. Observe that g of x is nothing but 3x plus 2. So in everywhere replace x by x square. So what is g of x square? whenever it is x, you have to replace it by x square. So it becomes 3x square plus 2. So it is nothing but 3x square plus 2. 3x plus 2 bracket square, it is not equal to 3x square plus 2. Therefore, as 3x plus 2 bracket square, it is not equal to 3x square plus 2. This implies that F composite G is not equal to G composite F. Means that the composition of mappings is not commutative. F composite G is not equal to G composite F in general. Therefore, in general, composition of mappings is not commutative. That is, F composite G is not in general equal to G composite F. See the next example. Let F and G are from R to R given by Fx is equal to x cube plus 2 and gx is equal to cube root of x. Find F composite G and G composite F. Are they equal? So consider firstly F composite G. What is F composite G of x? By definition, it is f of gx. Put the value of gx. Gx is nothing but cube root of x, that is x raised to 1 by 3. So this is nothing but f of x raised to 1 by 3. Now use the definition of f. See what is f of x. We have fx is equal to x cube plus 2. So everywhere you have to replace x by x raised to 1 by 3. So what is x? Replace x everywhere by x raised to 1 by 3. It is x raised to 1 by 3 raised to 3 plus 2. We are replacing x by x raised to 1 by 3 everywhere. X raised to 1 by 3 raised to 3 gets cancelled. It comes to be x plus 2. So F composite G of x comes to be x plus 2. Now find what is G composite F of x. It is nothing but G of fx. Put the value of fx. Fx is nothing but x cube plus 2. Now observe what is value of G. We have G of x is equal to cube root of x, that is x raised to 1 by 3. Now only replace x by x cube plus 2. So whenever there is x, we have to replace it by x cube plus 2. So obviously this is nothing but x cube plus 2 raised to 1 by 3. Both are not equal and therefore as x plus 2 is not equal to x cube plus 2 raised to 1 by 3 implies that F composite G is not equal to G composite F. That is, the composition of mappings here also is not commutative. So see that today we have considered some examples on bijective mappings as well as a new concept, that is composition of mappings. In the next lecture, we will see concept of inverse of function. Thank you.